Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is Brandon Ingram here, back with another Monday Night Raw review today. This is your June the 1st, 2020 Monday Night Raw review. Now, sorry about that snoring. Now, I have a few good things to say about Monday Night Raw, and I have a lot of bad things to say about Monday Night Raw. This fucking show last night was so disappointing that it makes you want to turn the fucking channel. It makes you want to turn the fucking channel. Really. So disappointing that it makes you want to turn the channel. The middle and the end of this show was absolutely fucking garbage. I cannot believe how fucking garbage. Actually, no, I can't believe how fucking garbage this show was. I wasn't even shocked that this show was going to be garbage. I knew it was going to happen. I shouldn't be shocked, and neither should the podcasters. Neither should the pro wrestling podcasters be shocked that this show was sucked. This show sucked last night. Yeah, it did. The show did suck last night. It was terrible. It was disappointing. The word, now you've never heard me use the word disappointing, because it was disappointing. Talk about disappointing. Asuka versus Charlotte, that matchup was very disappointing because of the fact that Nya Jax came in the ring and ruined the matchup. You want to talk about WWE's typical garbage. Nya Jax, WWE's typical garbage. Nya Jax came in the ring and interrupted the match. Ruined the match that was going to be great for the ages. Ruined by Nia Jax. And let Charlotte she let Charlotte sit there in the ring. She let Charlotte sit in the ring and watch. Oh. Let's not forget, Charlotte's a heel now. She turned heel. She did turn heel. Yeah, Charlotte turned heel again. Nia Jax wouldn't be able to get Charlotte anyway because they're both heels. They would both be on the same side. But that's not what I'm talking about. But the Charlotte Flair versus Asuka match was terrible. In a lot of ways. And the most important match that was terrible was the main event matchup between Drew McIntyre and MVP. Oh my god, that match was so fucking terrible that I about wanted to turn the fucking channel. And I also about wanted to turn to watching something else on YouTube. I watched the YouTube highlights, the Monday Night Raw highlights on YouTube. I watched it. I watched and I watched and I watched. It's terrible. Just terrible. I watched both Monday Night Raw last night and the Monday Night Raw highlights, so I could give you all the best review possible. But this fucking show, it was fucking disappointing. I hope those of you at home are okay and safe in this crazy world of doom right now. More like world of doomsday. I hope you all did not watch Monday Night Raw last night, though. Oh my god. It was beyond fucking terrible. It was fucking garbage. The start, the middle, and the end of this show was garbage. This whole fucking show was garbage. And I feel so fucking bad for the Monday Night Raw talent. For the Monday Night Raw female and male superstars on the roster that are employed by Vince McMahon. Or maybe by themselves. But anyhow, I feel bad for them. I really do. I can't understand why WWE can't make this Monday Night Raw shows better. I don't understand why they can't. I don't understand why they can't better these shows. It's something when you had the NXT stars on the roster, the show would be better. But now, with the NXT superstars on the roster, the show is still not getting better. Most importantly, where the fuck is Bianca Belair? We hadn't seen her on the show for almost 3 to 4 weeks. Where's Bianca Belair? Most importantly, what are they doing with her? And where's Sarah Logan? They said Sarah Logan's supposed to be returning to the ring. Where is she? Never returned to the ring yet. I'm so sorry for what's going on. I feel so bad for what's going on in the women's and men's division on Monday Night Raw. I feel so bad for what's going on in that men's and women's division. I really do. They are suffering really bad. They just don't realize it yet, but they will. The WWE female and male superstars don't realize that their show has been garbage the last 10 times. The WWE male and female superstars, once they see themselves, once they watch Monday Night Raw, once they watch themselves once they watch Monday Night Raw and seeing themselves in the ring, watching their performance, they'll realize, once they watch the whole show, the WWE female and male superstars on the Monday Night Raw roster will realize that the show was terrible. All of us podcasters knew that this show, and all of us future podcasters knew that this show was going to suck. Let's be honest. WWE can't never catch a break on not giving us a better Monday Night Raw show that we want. Or just not giving us what we want. They don't care. That's just like saying, is this what you want? EC3 behind the designer, whatever the it is that JD says on his podcast. Yeah, and speaking of JD, I watched his podcast, Off the Script podcast. This guy does an amazing, fantastic job with his Off the Script podcast. And you know what? He's right about the show, man. The show was fucking garbage. And it was. The show was fucking garbage. And they still got two WWE's typical garbage superstars on TV wrestling. Including MVP, which the guy that needs to retire from WWE because his wrestling abilities are fucking awful. Let's be honest. And Nia Jax. What the hell? Why the hell is WWE using Nia Jax? Why the hell are they putting her in the title picture? She doesn't even fucking deserve to be in a title picture. For fuck's sakes. Come on. Come on. He doesn't even fucking deserve to be in the fucking title picture. She really doesn't. Anyways, folks, before I get started with this review, I tell you, before I start with this review, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on all bell for notifications so you won't miss my Monday Night Raw reviews like this and my NXT reviews and Friday Night SmackDown reviews on my channel that I do every week on my YouTube channel. Be sure you follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page. I am going to be posting all my Monday Night. I'm going to be posting a list of my Monday Night Raw reviews on that page today. So you're going to get to see an edition of all my Monday Night Raw reviews that are on that playlist. Actually, my Monday Night Raw review is on my homepage. All my Monday Night Raw reviews are on my homepage. If you go to YouTube channel and you go to my YouTube channel and you go to my homepage, you'll see where it says WWE Monday Night Raw review. I haven't put specific title for none of them yet. For all of them, the titles are going to be the same. The description for all of them is going to be the same for the playlist. All the Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown review playlists. It's going to be the same. The titles. Now, I'm not finished doing the description yet. The description is not all the way finished. I got a new description. I'm going to have a new description. I'm going to have a new channel art. And I'm going to have a new YouTube banner profile picture. And it won't be of Ultra Instinct Goku anymore. It's going to be with my two names, with my two signatures. BI. It's going to have my name BI on it. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. Or it's going to have Brennan Ingram on it. It's going to have Brennan Ingram on my YouTube banner profile picture. Now on my channel art, my YouTube banner, my channel art, you know, the rectangle thing, you know, on my channel that says Brennan Ingram, on the photo of Goku, Ultra Instinct Goku's eyes, and his hair, and his power, his technique, you know. I'm going to change that. And you'll be surprised what channel arc I'll have next. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked. But anyways, be sure you follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page. Most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Folks, I'm just very disappointed. I'm so disappointed in this show. I was so disappointed in this show last night that I don't even want to fucking start it. I don't even want to fucking start the review because of how disappointed I am with this Monday Night Raw show last night. Can't fucking believe it. Utterly disgusted at how terrible this show was. And I'm not shocked that this show was going to be terrible because I knew the show was going to suck last night. I fucking knew it. Since day one-ish, I knew this show was going to suck last night. Ever since day one, I knew it. Sorry, Usos, I had to use that day one-ish, even though you're not on the Monday Night Raw roster, even though you guys are on the SmackDown roster. Had to use that. It's my copyrights and my reason to use it. It's my way of using. It's my way of saying the Monday Night Raw shows have sucked, period. So, let's start with the review because I don't want to waste time on this review. I want to go quick. I want to be quick on this review. So, this week's WWE Raw opens with the Monday Night Messiah, Seth. Yeah. Who fucking cares? Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, coming to the ring for Rey Mysterio's retirement ceremony, flanked by Murphy and Austin Theory. A replay is shown from last week of Rollins threatening to ram Humberto Carrillo's eye into the steps. Theory and Murphy sit at ringside, and Rollins says tonight is a huge night for Raw. Yeah, last night was a terrible night for Raw, actually. It wasn't a huge night, it was more like a fucking garbage night. Tonight was a huge night for Raw with a lot going on. Yeah, it was a whole lot of garbage shit going on the show, is what it was. Rollins will have a match in a few moments with Aleister Black that night. Black is confused about things going on with Rey Mysterio. I'm confused about what the hell is going on with this Monday Night Raw show that has been garbage for the last 10 times. That's what I'm fucking confused about. You want to talk about fucking confusion? So, anyways, he will enlighten him. As for Rey Mysterio, he will be on the show later on tonight. I don't want to appear on the show. I don't want to be in the WWE because they're doing terrible. He will be on the show later tonight to speak with everyone. It'll be difficult for Mysterio, and he won't announce his retirement. Rollins is taking it upon himself to do it, or Mysterio, because Rey is too humble and modest to come out and call himself a legend. You want to talk about legends? Speaking of legends, I feel bad for some of the Hall of Famers that's been watching this show. I know they have got to be utterly disappointed in how bad the show was last night. Some of the legends have got to be utterly disappointed. I don't blame them. The look on Samoa Joe's face that night interviewing Seth Rollins tells it all about this show, about how terrible this show was. I could tell Samoa Joe was not into this show. I wasn't either. I don't blame him. Anyways, Rollins, as a leader, will appreciate the fact that Rey Mysterio was chosen as a sacrifice for the greater good of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, talk about sacrifice. Monday Night Raw needs to sacrifice themselves by making this fucking show better and not letting it become garbage. Let's be honest. It feels like Raw is sacrificing themselves, making their fucking show terrible. Which it has been the last 10 times. I had to say it again because I feel like it needs to be heard so bad. And WWE needs to hear this and needs to take this seriously. WWE needs to take this Monday Night Raw show seriously. Because if they don't take this fucking show seriously, the ratings are going to go down more and more and more and more and more. If they don't take this fucking show seriously. Anyways. Rollins said he wants to appreciate the life and career of Rey Mysterio, so he shows a video package of the Lucha's iconic career, which was totally BS to Rey, which the video was totally a bunch of bullshit to Rey Mysterio and Dominick, let's be honest. That's what they said. Rollins says Mysterio is undoubtedly a first bullet Hall of Famer, and when the time comes, Rollins wants to induct him into the WWE Hall of Fame. Aleister Black runs down and kicks Rollins out of the ring. Their match will take place after the break. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was I don't know. Who fucking cares about the Monday Night Messiah starting off Monday Night Raw? I feel like we've already seen this guy start off Monday Night Raw like about 10,000 times already. This was a bad fucking start to Monday Night Raw. This was bad. This was a bad start. And I'm not even going to explain why this is a bad start to Raw. I'm just going to say it was a bad start to Monday Night Raw. Here we all thought that Dominick was going to turn on his dad, Rey Mysterio, at that moment. And he did. At that moment when they interviewed Rey Mysterio and his dad, talking about, responding to Seth Rollins, talking shit, of course, about them, talking good about them, so it was Seth freaking Rollins, or should I say, the Monday Night Messiah, or should I say, the terrible Monday Night Messiah, oh my God, not these phone calls. Please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop with these phone calls, people. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't even want your opinion. I don't even want to hear what you have to fucking say. Stop calling me. I don't care. Fuck you and your calls. I don't even want to hear what you have to fucking say. Really, I'm tired of these people calling me. Stop calling me in the middle of my Monday Night Raw review. Stupid people. Anyways, Seth Rollins with Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory. Ringside versus Aleister Black. Seth Rollins with Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory ringside versus Aleister Black. Isn't that what I said? No, probably didn't. Probably didn't say it correctly, but I said it correctly this time. I said it incorrectly to be fucking funny. So here's what happened with the match between Seth Rollins and Aleister Black. Seth backs Aleister into the corner, but gets kicked and rolls from the ring. Rollins stops to regroup with Murphy, but Black comes out after him and sends him into the ring. Seth attacks Black as he attempts to re-enter the ring and begins a slow, methodical beatdown. Rollins beats Black against the ropes and hits a dropkick, which his disciples applaud, or how should I say, applaud. Seth says Black disrespected Rey Mysterio by interrupting his retirement ceremony and chokes him against the middle rope. Black starts to fight back and Rollins knocks him to the outside, then hits a suicide dive. Back in the ring, Black kicks Rollins away, jumps over him and counters an enziguri and hits a kick of his own. Seth tips Black over the ropes and he hits the apron on the way down. Seth distracts the referee and instructs his disciples to attack Black. Carrillo runs down to prevent the sneak attack as they head to commercial break. So back for commercial break, back live. Seth is stomping Aleister in the corner to the boos of the fans. Black fires, or should I say the WWE NXT Performance Center recruit fans. Black fires back and hits a big knee, but Seth catches him with a sling blade. Rollins hits Black with a running forearm, then attempts a springboard but misses. Black hits a series of kicks, followed by a springboard moonsault for a 2 count. Black catches Seth with a wheelbarrow roll-up, but he kicks out. Aleister with a head kick and a snap German suplex for a near fall. Rollins counters Black mask and hits an enziguri, followed by Avada Kedavra and a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Rollins takes to the top rope and jumps for a frog splash, but lands flush on 2 knees. Both men roll to the apron and trade shots until Black kicks him into the ring post. Then he hits a moonsault off the ring post. Both men are down on the outside. They hit a commercial break. So back from commercial break, both men are brawling on the top rope as we return. Seth kicks Black before hitting a frog splash. Seth looks for the stomp, but Black catches him with an armbar. Seth kicks his way out. Hits a powerbomb. He hits a powerbomb and rolls to regroup with his lackeys. Seth hits a springboard, but Black connects with a switch knee in midair. Black lifts Seth with his foot, but Murphy and Theory get on the apron. Roberto attacks them. Meanwhile, Seth runs up Black, who turns the tables and gets the 3 count. I am so sick and tired of these people calling me. Can I catch a break without you all fucking calling me? Damn it. I'm talking about these people that's calling me and interrupting me. Can I catch a break without these fucking people calling me? I don't even know who these fucking people are calling me. Probably hackers. Robots. No telling. Probably North Carolina robots calling me. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But yeah. So yeah, he rolls up Black, who turns the tables and gets the 3 count. Yeah, Black rolled up Seth Rollins for 3 count. Yes, he did. So the victory went to Aleister Black. He won by rolling Seth Rollins up for the 1, 2, 3. So after the match, Murphy and Theory stormed the ring and beat Black down. Then Carrillo comes back and they beat on him too. The 3-on-2 beatdown continues with the disciples holding Black and making him watch as Seth hits a stomp to Carrillo. Seth trash talks Black and holds him by the beard, then hits him with a stomp as well. Terry Caruso interviews Zelina Vega and Angel Garza backstage, and she asks about last week when Garza attacked Kevin Owens before their match. Garza says that he did was what necessary because of all if fair in love and war. Vega says he was triumphant and took what he wanted. Garza gives Charlie a rose, which Vega then rips up. Shawn Michaels will give his thoughts on Edge versus Randy Orton after the break. Now, let me remind you all what Shawn Michaels we are talking about here. We're talking about this Shawn Michaels. That's the one we're talking about. But that was the younger Shawn Michaels. That was back in 2000. That's the Shawn Michaels from back in 2005. So after commercial break, Shawn Michaels appears on split screen and he says he knows a thing or two about great matches. But if we wanted to talk about his great ones, we'd be here all day. He jokes that he doesn't envy Edge and Orton having to live up to the moniker of the greatest wrestling match ever. It's going to be more like the greatest failure matchup ever. This is what this match is going to be. But anyways, that he thinks they can do it all. And as for who he thinks he will win, HBK says he thinks the passion, experience, and a smidge of faith will give Edge the edge. Let's be honest. Edge versus Randy Orton is going to be the most failures. It's going to be the most failure match of Backlash. Backlash is going to be up there as one of the worst pay-per-views in WWE. I have a feeling that's going to happen. I have a feeling Backlash is going to be one of the worst fucking pay-per-views of WWE. Greatest match ever is going to turn into the greatest failure match ever. It's going to turn into a failure, and it's also going to turn into garbage. Let's be honest. Edge versus Randy Orton is going to turn into straight up garbage. So we see a lengthy recap of the last week when McIntyre was in the VIP lounge, which the VIP lounge last week really fucking sucked. Garbage. Just like MVP. It said, and get this, he was in the VIP lounge with none other than WWE's typical fucking garbage, MVP. Then at the end of the show, when Drew attacked Lashley, resulting in a big pull apart, which that ended the show last Monday Night Raw, sucked. The end of that show last week on Monday Night Raw. Last Monday night on Monday Night Raw sucked. It was terrible. So it said McIntyre last night will face MVP that night. So we see Lana backstage with MVP, and she's berating him. MVP says he has work to do, unlike her, so he needs to get ready. So he needs to get ready to fucking retire. That's what he needs to get ready for, because nobody fucking cares about him. And nobody even gives a damn about him and his fucking abilities in the ring, which his abilities and his wrestling style and his persona is fucking awful. Heck, Lana doesn't need to be the one retiring. It's MVP the one that needs to retire. He's fucking awful in the fucking ring. Now Lana can say all the bad things she can say about MVP because nobody fucking cares about MVP. Really. The last fucking 5 weeks they've been putting him on TV, and he's been doing nothing but absolutely terrible. He didn't even deserve that Money in the Bank qualifying match. He didn't deserve to be in that match. And now he's got him pairing up with Bobby Lashley. Now he's the manager. You mean to tell me he's the new manager of Bobby Lashley? Awful. Bobby Lashley doesn't even need a fucking manager. He doesn't even need Lana for that matter. He only needs himself. Like I was saying, I think last Monday night when I was watching Monday Night Raw. I even said that on my Monday Night Raw review last Monday. Or last Tuesday morning. Because last Tuesday morning I did my Monday Night Raw review. I said that. So, why is MVP becoming Bobby Lashley's manager? I don't know. But it's not helping Bobby Lashley in a way. It's just not helping this feud between Bobby Lashley and McIntyre. It's not helping it. So we see Lana backstage with MVP, of course. I did tell y'all that she's berating him. He said he had work to do. He needed to get ready. MVP needed to get ready. Oh, she says he's a leech trying to revive his washed up career. He says that isn't true, but it would make two of them. Lana finds slapping him and storms off. He needs to be slapped. He needs to be slapped into his fucking retirement. That's where he needs to be slapped into. Because he fucking sucks in the ring. And he's fucking terrible backstage. And he's most certainly fucking sucks in the ring. Most importantly, he sucks outside of WWE. So that's three. That's three things. Number one, he needs to get slapped all the way to his career. Because number one, he fucking sucks in the ring. Number two, he fucking sucks backstage. And number three, his fucking VIP lounge is fucking terrible. Number four, his fucking ring abilities is fucking awful. Folks, if anything, Rey Mysterio is not the one that needs to retire. It's fucking MVP. Rey Mysterio still has some years in WWE. They could use him for something good. MVP? They need to get rid of him. MVP is an example of why this men's division on Monday Night Raw is fucking struggling. MVP is an example of why Monday Night Raw ratings have dropped for the last, for the last fucking 4 or 5 weeks? I don't fucking know. Heck, I don't fucking care. I just hope they boost up the ratings. That's what I care about. WWE Monday Night Raw boosting up Monday Night Raw ratings and boosting up SmackDown ratings and giving us better Monday Night Raw and SmackDown shows. That's what I care about right now at the moment. As far as WWE goes, just saying. Let's be honest here. Oh yeah, just in case you all don't know who Lana is, let me show you who Lana actually looks like. Yeah, we're talking about this Lana. That's the Lana I was talking about. Y'all don't know who Lana is. Just in case you don't know who Lana is. Oh yeah, we got another Lana. Let me actually show you. Let me show you that actually, excuse me. That's not the Lana that I meant to show you. The Lana that I meant to show you was Let's see, let me look here. Well, I thought she was manager. Let's see. If I pull up Bobby Lashley, it will show Lana as a manager. So let me show you exactly what. Let me show you exactly what Lana I am talking about. Let me show you the real Lana that I'm talking about. I'm talking about that Lana. That's that Lana, the one that dresses like that. That Lana, not the Lana that wrestles in the ring. The Lana that's good at being manager. Some people say she's garbage at being managers. Some people say she's not. So. Here we go. On to the next one. So Apollo Crews, ladies and gentlemen, Apollo Crews, the United, let me remind you all, And you know what? That's a good thing I mentioned Apollo Crews, because we got to change something real quick. That's a good thing I mentioned Apollo Crews, because we have definitely got to change something. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to change that. Andrade is not the United States champion anymore. Apollo Crews is. There you go. Huh? There. Apollo Crews earned that title. He earned the title. He deserves to be United States champion. He should have been a champion a long time ago, though. Let's be honest. I don't know why WWE's making this decision now to put the title on Apollo Crews when they should have done it a long time ago. They should have put the United States title on him a long time ago. I mean, if this was the title that should have been on him a long time ago, should have been put on him. I mean, let's be honest. I'm telling the truth. So, anyways, as I was saying, Apollo Crews, folks, comes to the ring, and Caleb Braxton congratulates him. Apollo says his first week he has felt great, and the list of feelings goes on and on. KO comes to the ring and congratulates the new champ. Then she thanks him. Then he thanks him for the opportunity. But he feels it's an offer of pity. Apollo says it's all about respect. Owens says he feels bad because, well, the only brand that I feel bad for is Monday Night Raw and how garbage these shows have been the last 10 weeks. And I also feel bad for the NXT Performance Center recruits who had to sit there and watch that wasted garbage fucking show that it was last night. NXT, I most importantly feel, you know what? Matter of fact, I mainly feel bad for the NXT talent, that NXT crowd in the arena. The NXT Performance Center recruit fans who are actually Performance Center recruit wrestlers from NXT that are in the crowd watching this show. And the heart, my heart breaks to see them watching the show, to see that this show was nothing but garbage, was a waste of a show. I feel bad for the NXT talent in that arena that was watching this show. I feel bad for the NXT superstars that were watching this show. I feel bad for the Friday Night SmackDown superstars that were watching this show. This show was fucking terrible. And Friday Night SmackDown, last Friday night on Friday Night SmackDown, was decent. Friday Night SmackDown was a pretty decent show. Last Friday. It was a pretty decent show. Thinking that show was going to be garbage, but it wasn't. It was pretty decent. So, for once I can at least say something good about Friday Night SmackDown. Anyways, this is not Friday Night SmackDown, of course. It's Monday Night Raw review. I'm just saying, I just thought I'd tell y'all that, because considering that I had to postpone my Friday Night SmackDown review last Friday, so just thought I'd tell y'all that. You know, due to rank battles being that last weekend. And I did a hell of a good job in rank battles. Did good in rank battles that I got a fucking tier 8 German Panzer 58 medium tank out of the war chest. It happened to be a RAF. Not the green Panzer, but the RAF. That is a cool, amazing tank. Looks like the Batmobile. Looks like the version of Batmobile. But anyways. Yeah, but Kevin Owens said he feels it's an offer of pity. Apollo says it's all about respect. Owens says he feels bad because Apollo's first title reign is going to be a short one. So, here's what happened with the match between Kevin Owens and Apollo Crews. So, the match gets underway with a lockup. Apollo ducks and leapfrogs before hitting a drop kick. Owens hits a shoulder tackle in a drop kick. Then clotheslines Cruz to the outside. Owens runs for a dive over the ropes, but Apollo moves, so KO goes after him. Owens hits a senton off the apron that puts Apollo back inside for a swanton bomb and a near fall. Owens looks for a pop-up powerbomb. Cruz holds the ropes, and Owens kicks him for a stunner, but hit the grenades, and Apollo fails. The referee makes Owens hold off until he's ready. Then the two of them brawl and spill out of the ring. Back for commercial, and they're trading blows in the ring. Apollo hits a power slam for a 2 count. Owens drops Cruz and hits a moonsault for a 2 count. Cruz hits an enziguri and a standing moonsault for a near fall. Cruz hits a splash, then another, and looks for a third, but eats a super kick. Owens looks for the swanton again, but Cruz gets his knees up. Andrade and Garza runs down and attacks both men, and it resulted in no contest. So this is what led to them being tag team partners, teaming up against none other than the duo of Andrade and Angel Garza. We've already seen this match, folks. I don't understand why are they pairing these two up again to face Andrade and Angel Garza in a tag team match. A tag team match that we've seen the last 2-3 times on this show. I can't remember the last time this tag team match took place on the show. I can't remember the last time we saw this match. But I know I saw this match about 2-3 times. This match was featured on the show 2 or 3 times. Too many times. Why are they... WWE needs to stop giving us the same matches over and over. This was the same match we saw 2-3 times. This is... Come on. This is what I'm talking about. See? Same matches. Oh! Not to mention Asuka and Charlotte. The same fucking match we seen. We saw that match again. How many times are we going to see these same matches over and over and over and over again? Just saying. It's gonna get boring, and they're gonna lose views because of the same matches they keep showcasing on the show. And then, not to mention, Kairi Sane versus Nya Jax was the same match we saw a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Oh my God, this show was... That's why... Now you see why I said that this show was beyond fucking garbage. Now you see why I said this show was garbage. Same matches, over and over, week after week, the same fucking matches, the same fucking garbage shows that we keep getting on Monday Night Raw. For Monday Night Raw. From WWE, the same fucking garbage shows. When is this ever gonna stop, man? Jesus Christ, dude. I'm about to feel like Mick Foley right now. I'm about to just fucking suck somebody in their freaking throat. Seriously. This is just fucking ridiculous. Week after week after week, they keep continuing to give us terrible Monday Night Raw shows. Week after week after week. And it's going to keep adding up, and it's going to keep doing it. It's going to keep going. And did y'all know, before I get started telling y'all on what happened with this match last night between Apollo Crews and Kevin KO and Andrade and Angel Garza, before I get started telling y'all what happened with this tag team match, that we've already saw the last 2-3 times. I've already said that like 4 times. I want to repeat it again because I want to let y'all know that I'm telling the truth. We've already seen this match, folks. We don't need to fucking see the same matches over and over. I'm getting sick of it. Really. I'm getting sick of it. I'm sick and tired of seeing them. Same matches over and over. Same superstars, but the same matches. Why? What in the fucking hell? Not to mention, WWE tried to silence the content creators with Raw Talk. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? For real. It's the truth. They tried to silence the I guess it's their way of silencing the YouTube content creators, from what I've been seeing, from what I've been hearing. I guess by once again taking eye off who are critical of the weekly programming for more of a positive outlook on what the company is doing, apparently, from what I've been hearing. And the WWE Network's undergoing a change. So the company is introducing a free version for everyone, apparently. What the fuck are they? Who the fuck cares? Really? For one, who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. The only thing everybody cares about is WWE working on boosting up the Monday Night Raw ratings. That's the only thing we care about right now. Them giving us a better Monday Night Raw show instead of giving us a terrible garbage Monday Night Raw show week after week after week. We don't care about this freaking Wrestle Talk, and we don't care about the WWE Network trying to introduce a free version for everyone. Who cares? Who fucking cares? One of the free programs, of course, includes a returning Raw Talk, which will not only be the unofficial 4th hour of Monday Night Raw, but it's also the company's way of silencing all the YouTube content creators. I've already said that. YouTube content creator, I've already said that word. Well, wait a minute. So what I'm trying to figure out is, what did the YouTube content creators do? What did they fucking do? What did they have to do to take part in this? What did they do? Why are they silencing the YouTube content creators? What did they do? What did they do wrong? YouTube's not done nothing wrong. For what I've been seeing, for what I've been hearing about YouTube, they've done nothing wrong. They've been doing the right things. You know? What's going on? What the hell, dude? That's what I'm saying. What the hell is WWE's problem? What's been WWE's problem over the last few months? I don't get it. There's nothing wrong with the talent. It's just the way WWE is using some of these talents on the roster. Fucking Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was also the one responsible of putting Charlotte Flair on 3 fucking brands when she should be on 1 brand, which is NXT. Reason why it makes sense, because she has won all top 3 titles. But then again, it doesn't make sense, because of the simple fact that it just doesn't make sense seeing her every week in the ring. I'm pretty sure they're doing this on purpose to tire Charlotte out. Pretty sure they're doing this on purpose, probably to retire Charlotte Flair. In my opinion, it's what I think, but I think it's incorrect. I think they're just doing this. I think they're putting Charlotte Flair on 3 brands just because they think putting Charlotte Flair on 3 brands is going to boost up the Raw and SmackDown ratings, which right now, I can tell you right now, putting Charlotte Flair on 3 brands is absolutely not boosting up the ratings, the Raw and SmackDown ratings. I can tell you that much. Putting Charlotte Flair on 3 brands is making her look like an embarrassment to the women's division. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Truth has to be told. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm impressed with what Charlotte Flair is doing in the ring. I'm impressed with her character and what she's done. But WWE putting her on 3 brands is making her look like she is a true star of all the women's division on all 3 brands. They're legitimately letting her take opportunities from other females, such as Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, that actually deserve to be top female superstars, whether people like it or not. Just like Xia Li and Shotzi Blackheart and all the other NXT stars on the NXT women's roster that deserve to be top stars. Anyways, I don't know why I'm moving my controller. I'm just moving my controller and talking because sometimes I get impatient. You know how I am. So let's get to talk about what happened with the tag team match between Apollo Crews, Kevin Owens, and Andrade and Garza. So they returned. They went on commercial break. They returned to find the match in progress, and Cruz is beaten down by Andrade. Tag to Garza, who takes a headlock, gets shoved off, and hits a dropkick before ripping the prance off. Andrade and Garza make quick tags to keep Apollo isolated, but he finally makes a tag to Owens. Angel Sucker punches KO, and Andrade beats him down. Andrade stomps Owens down and drops him with a dropkick. Apollo tags in again and counters the Three Amigos with an angle slam. Apollo hits an enziguri and a spin powerbomb for the win. That pin-ups powerbombs is making Apollo Crews a top star. I think Apollo Crews needs to thank his spin powerbomb for making him a top superstar, or maybe thank himself for that matter. So after the victory of KO and Apollo Crews, Asuka is interviewed backstage, and she says she is excited to face Charlotte because the Empress never bows to anyone. Just like what Io Shirai said when she had her title opportunity against Charlotte Flair taken away from her. If an evil genius can't bow down to the queen, then the Empress is not either. Evil genius will never bow down to the queen, just like the Empress. Well, of course, the queen has beaten the Empress twice, I believe. Just like Carmella has become champion. Let's see, twice? Oh no, wait. Carmella had beaten somebody twice. Not gonna say the name though. But she's defeated somebody twice, but I ain't gonna say the name. Carmella from SmackDown. Anyways, commercial break. We join. Oh my God, this is leading to us talking about this is leading to the Street Profits and Viking Raiders for a round of bowling. Oh my God, nobody gives a fucking shit about the Street Profits and Viking Raiders bowling thing. If it's not wrestling related, who cares? We don't care if it's not wrestling related. If it's wrestling related, then yeah. The WWE needs to do better with the Street Profits and Viking Raiders feud. Have them in the ring against each other some weeks, you know? This feud is nothing related to the tag team division. I mean, the tag team division on Raw is looking awful. I mean, you got the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders and Street Profits feud is awful, and it's setting a bad example for the tag team division on Raw, on Monday Night Raw. It's setting a bad example for the tag team division. A very, very bad example. So, yeah. I don't even know why they are doing this feud with the Street Profits Viking Raiders. No one's fucking interested in it. I mean, I personally am not either, myself. They're not doing good with the feud. They're doing terrible with this feud, and I don't like it. I don't like the way WWE's doing this feud. I mean, who fucking cares about seeing the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits bowling? We want to see them wrestle more than bowling, more than bowling and basketball and all that bull crap that they were doing. All that BS they were doing. We want to see the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders face off against each other some weeks. That is what should continue that feud. Not continue the Street Profits and Viking Raiders feud by putting them in games against each other like bowling and basketball and what the heck? What is this? What is the Street Profits Viking Raiders feud supposed to be about? I mean, has WWE even clarified this? Have they even told us what this feud is supposed to be about? Because we don't know what this feud is supposed to be about. What are they feuding for? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. The Street Profits are the Raw Tag Team Champions, right? So that means the Viking Raiders are going to be two-time Raw Tag Team Champions when they beat the Street Profits. Putting the titles on the same tag teams that already had the titles before. I don't get it. I don't get why they're doing this feud. This feud has been nothing but trash. This feud has been absolutely nothing but trash. Terrible. This is a terrible feud. This feud sucks so bad. We joined the Street Profits and they don't join the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders for a round of bowling. So far in this competition, the Profits are up 2-1. The games begin. The Viking Raiders are great while the Profits have no idea. The Vikings give them red cups with goat's milk. Goat's milk. Disgusting. Ford drops a ball on Angelo's foot, and Ivar gets his hand stuck in the ball. Return, only to pull out a chicken leg. The girl who works in the alley thinks Ivar is cute, but now Eric, the Profits, get the lights out and smoke fills the room. And now they're awesome. Eric gets mad and throws Ivar down the lane with the ball in his head. The Viking Raiders win, making it 2-2. We see last week when the Iconics attacked Cross. The Iconics of what JD calls them, the Iconics of Moronics. This guy's funny. This guy's hilarious. I like watching his podcast. His off the script podcast reviews. This guy's funny. Love the guy, man. This guy's funny. I mean, love his videos, his podcast. His podcast, Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Friday SmackDown reviews, especially his Monday Night Raw reviews when he talks about how garbage the show is, which the show last night was utterly garbage. You all know that. You know, and I know. And all the other podcasters, such as JD himself, and Wrestle Talk, and Tom, and all of them know how terrible this show was last night. Anyways. So, yeah, he calls them the Iconics of the Moronics, attacked Cross and Bliss. Their music hits, but we see the four women screaming at each other backstage. Kay will face Cross after the break. So we got another match another one of the same matches that we've seen the last 1-2 times. We've seen Nikki Cross go against Billie Kay before. We've seen this match before. This was not a first ever match on Raw. This was more like a second ever match on Raw because we've seen them. Let's be honest, we've already seen this match. We already seen it. We don't need to see it again. We already seen this fucking match. So, we got Nikki Cross wearing the same attire they put on her on this game. The same attire as what she's wearing on the game. Here. So, yeah, Nikki Cross with Alexa Bliss ringside versus Billie Kay, one half of the members of the Iconics. The Iconics of Moronics. The Iconics of Moronics. Yep. More like the Iconics of Buronics. To me, they're a little more like the Iconics of Buronics. For real. Be real. Just saying. We return and the bell rings. Cross attacks Kay and slams her into the turnbuckles. A headbutt followed by a drop kick earns Cross a 2 count. Kay comes back with a big boot for a 2 count. Kay continues the attack and talks trash to Bliss, then drops Nikki with a forearm. Billie takes a rare chin lock. Cross fights out, but Kay hits a backbreaker and poses. Kay argues with the referee and Cross hits a running forearm. Cross hits a corner splash, then dives off the ropes, but nobody's home. Kay hits a sit out Uranagi and gets the win. Yeah, she had a very nice Uranagi and a win. That was a nice move by Billie Kay to pick up a victory over Nikki Cross. You know what? I'm pretty impressed with the Iconics and what they're doing in the ring. I gotta admit, the Iconics are showing us the real Iconics. This is the real Iconics. They're showing their true colors now. Billie Kay did a absolute amazing move on Nikki Cross. I guess it was one of her new moves. Maybe one of her new finisher moves. Possibly. I don't know. Who knows? So anyway, Drew McIntyre is interviewed backstage and he says he has beaten several superstars since becoming champion. So MVP can be number 8, and if anyone in the locker room or off the street wants to step up to him, he'll be happy to take them to Claymore City, or to Claymore Country, should I say. I thinking he was going to say Claymore City, since Brock Lesnar has been banned from WWE or released from WWE. They haven't confirmed whether they released Brock Lesnar from WWE or not. He's never been released from WWE yet. I guess they quietly, secretly released Brock Lesnar from WWE without telling us. So, Rey Mysterio appears live, split screen, and he says he can't give a return time frame. He says it's unreliable because if he were to get an infection, it would be the end of his career. Samoa Joe asks if Rey is here to retire, and he says he honestly doesn't know. But he's been thinking about retirement for some time now. Joe asks about Rollins in the ceremony tonight, to which Rey says Rollins is deluded. Rey's son Dominick sits down and he asks someone from the family needs to do something. Rey tells him to cool, and Doom says he can't because Seth tried to blind him. Mysterio thanks the fans for their concerns. Rey damns Seth for what he has put his family through, for making them watch as he had his eye mingle it. Rey says he is a man of forgiveness, but he can never forgive Seth for what he did. Rey leaves and Dominick looks at the camera. Doom says, an eye for an eye. Here comes the abomination of domination. Oh, Lord. Here comes the garbage domination of abomination, Nia Jax. The WWE's second typical garbage. WWE, of course, WWE's first typical garbage is MVP. Here is WWE's second typical garbage, Nia Jax. Oh, Jesus. Nobody wants to know what Nia Jax have to say, because it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be terrible what she says about Asuka and Kairi Sane, of course. No one wants to hear what she has to say, especially after seeing that match with her hurting Kairi Sane, injuring Kairi Sane. Yeah, I don't even want to read what she had to say, but I have to. It's my job. So Nia Jax makes her way to the ring for a match, but has something to say first. Jax says she didn't start this feud, that she has been attacked by two women. She says Asuka and Kairi are not what they say. Don't believe the hype. Nia says Asuka didn't earn the title. She was gifted by a hormonal woman. At Backlash, she will make things right. At least that's what Nia says she will do. This is what Nia just says she'll do. WWE's typical garbage. I wonder what kind of typical garbage Impact has on their roster. Just wondering. I wonder what kind of typical garbage New Japan Pro Wrestling has on their roster too. I wonder what kind of typical garbage AEW has on their roster. All these companies wonder what kind of typical garbage superstars they got on their rosters. So, we see a video from early today of Gronk out for a TikTok dance. So again, we see a video from earlier today of Gronkowski out for a TikTok dance in his garden. When the gardener, R-Truth, rolls him up and the referee counts a pin, Truth runs off and Gronk pulls his hair. R-Truth is the 24/7 champion. Honestly, I hate to say it, but nobody gives a shit about that. Just saying. I don't care about that. I don't give a shit about it. Anyways, here's what happened with the match between Nia Jax and Kairi Sane. So the bell rings and Jax shrugs Kairi off and pats her on the head. Asuka is shown watching backstage as Kairi jumps on Nia's back with a sleeper. Jax falls to a knee and Sane hits a few axe kicks to the back. This is the fourth time in a row that Asuka has not been ringside to watch Kairi Sane's match against Nia Jax. Anyways, then a spitting back fist. Sane goes up top, but Nia headbutts her. They need to stop putting Kairi Sane in matches against Nia Jax, because Nia Jax is just injuring Kairi Sane even more, and I feel so bad for Kairi Sane that they are putting her, continuously putting her in matches against Nia Jax. Nia Jax is getting so much hate from people that she doesn't even care. Talk about WWE's typical garbage, getting hate from a lot of people on Twitter, which she rightfully deserves to. Nia lifts Kairi up and Sane hits a DDT for a 1 count. Kairi hits a sliding clotheslines in the corner, then climbs up top, but Jax rolls out. Kairi attempts a baseball slide, but Nia grabs her and slams her into the ring apron. Jax then throws Kairi face first into the steel steps. Back in the ring, Jax hits a leg drop for the win. Jax looks to continue the attack, but Asuka runs down and stares her down. We see a replay of Edge's promo from last week in which he shared his doubts. Randy Orton cuts a promo backstage. Randy Orton, one of the two competitors that will be competing in the greatest that claims it will be the greatest match ever. Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton is one of the two superstars competing in what some claim to be the greatest match ever, which will be the greatest failure of WWE Backlash, let's be honest. This match will absolutely doubtly be the worst, terriblest match ever, in my opinion. I mean, how can it get any worse? This match between Edge and Randy Orton, I think this match will not be good. I think it's going to be garbage as the one where they went against each other in the last man standing match and Edge was the victor. So anyways, Randy Orton cuts a promo backstage and he says he's also been watching the Last Ride documentary as well as Ride Along, Chronicle, and much more. And the one things everyone agrees is that Ric Flair is the greatest to ever do it. But then last week, Ric Flair said Randy Orton is the best, and Edge said that too. But he also said that Orton didn't have passion. That he's complacent, well, he's right. And Edge is furious that he's been able to phone it in and get twice as much success. All he's had to do is wake up, lace his boots, and step in the ring to prove he's the best. He set the bait, and Edge bit. So now his fairy tale will be rewritten by RKO. So then we got a promo from Charlotte backstage. Yes, the queen, Charlotte Flair, the one that's been put on 3 brands, the one that should be only put on one brand, and that's NXT. The one that should be on NXT and not be on Raw and SmackDown. I don't know why WWE came up with that idea of putting her on all 3 brands. That was just stupid. Stupid decision by WWE. Anyways, Charlotte cuts a promo in which she says she will defend her title this Sunday at NXT TakeOver, and that all the fans at Raw want to be just like her, and she's rooting for them. She wants them to ascend to greatness, so that she make them all bow. And speaking of bowing, Asuka is fond of it. She rhymes off Asuka's accolades and says none of it matters when Asuka can't beat her. Ooh. Pretty sure that made Asuka unhappy. Pretty sure that disrespected the Empress of Tomorrow, which it did. Which in my opinion, I think it did. So here is what happened with the match between Asuka and Charlotte Flair. So the match begins with a lockup, and they trade holds until Asuka shoves Flair. So yeah, Asuka shoves Flair and dances. Flair talks trash and chops the chest of Asuka and drills her with a right hand. Flair drops a knee on Asuka's leg and starts targeting the knee as well. They head to commercial break. And then they came back from commercial break. They were back and Charlotte was still assaulting the leg. The Queen talks trash and Asuka unloads some shots but gets kicked in the knee. Charlotte is bleeding at the mouth and she runs into a head kick. Asuka hits a big German suplex, then a super kick. Asuka hits a shining wizard for the 2 count. Asuka counts Charlotte and locks in an armbar. Charlotte tries to escape, so Asuka transitions into a triangle. Charlotte counters into a Boston Crab. Asuka counters with a knee bar, but Charlotte hits a deadlift German suplex. Asuka catches Charlotte with a flying armbar, then into the triangle choke again. Flair lifts Asuka up for a powerbomb and a near fall. Asuka kicks Charlotte away and rolls the apron. Flair kicks Asuka off and Asuka's music starts playing. Nya Jax walks out in Asuka's mask and face paint, as the customary in WWE these days. The referee calls for the bell for no reason. Then Jax runs down and clotheslines Asuka. So then, only for Lana to be interviewed backstage. And she says she doesn't know if MVP or Lashley is to blame, but it couldn't be her, Bobby. She then says she'll be at ringside for MVP's match. So it's MVP with Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, the main event of the match, main event of the evening that night. This main event was absolutely garbage. This main event was so garbage. I just want to take my fucking hand and just fucking turn the fucking video. I seen the video with MVP versus Drew McIntyre that WWE posted on Twitter on Raw. I just wanted to take my hand and turn it, just like turning the channel. Watched it last night. I just wanted to take the remote control, and it makes you want to turn the fucking channel. Makes you want to turn the fucking channel because the show was fucking garbage. Makes you want to turn the fucking channel, folks. It really does. Oh, it makes you want to turn the fucking channel. Whew. I can't believe it. Could WWE get any fucking dumber right now by making the main event last night garbage as it was? This match was too easy for Drew McIntyre. Too easy. This match was very too easy. MVP is absolutely one of the worst WWE superstars I have ever fucking seen on TV losing a match. So, here's what happened with the match between WWE's second typical garbage MVP with Bobby Lashley at ringside and Lana versus Drew McIntyre. Here's what happened with the match. The bell rings and Drew forces MVP to the corner. and beats on him. MVP fights back and attempts a hip toss, but Drew blocks it and hits a Glasgow kiss. MVP rolls outside and Drew goes after him, but Lashley shoves him into the ring post when the referee isn't looking. Back inside, Drew gets kicked in the corner, but kicks out at one, and MVP is shocked. McIntyre slams MVP, kips up, then takes to the corner and reads for a claymore. He readies for a claymore. Lashley pulls MVP from the ring. McIntyre dives over the ropes onto them both. McIntyre puts MVP back inside and hits a claymore for the win. That was an easy win for Drew McIntyre. This match only lasted 3 fucking minutes. Absolutely garbage. A bad end to the show. Bad. It was a bad start to the show, bad middle to the show, bad start, middle, and end to the show. Just bad. So Lashley runs in and grabs McIntyre in the full Nelson. Drew fights it, but Raw goes off the air with him in the move. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of your June the 1st, 2020 Monday Night Raw review. This week's fucking Raw was absolutely disappointing. I still expect more from WWE. I expect WWE to be working on boosting up the Monday Night Raw ratings, because this show has probably made the Raw ratings look worse. And if they keep giving us garbage Monday Night Raw shows like this week after week after week, the fucking ratings are going to go down more and more and more week after week after week. I'm telling you. They're making these Raw talents look bad. They got to focus on boosting up the Raw ratings and the SmackDown ratings. Ladies and gentlemen, I got no more to say. Thanks for watching. Peace. I am out. And, folks, I encourage you not to watch Monday Night Raw every Monday night, because of the simple fact that they keep giving us Monday Night Raw garbage shows week after week after week. And I feel bad for the talent on that roster. Folks, I'm out. Peace. This is the end of my Monday Night Raw review. I'm gone.